will now ask that everyone please stand for the presentation of colors and remain standing as we say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Right. Face. Forward. March.
You may now be seated.
Good evening, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and I'm humbly grateful for your presence on this evening to celebrate our graduates. I would like to share a brief message with our graduates this evening about your next steps in life. A graduation ceremony is always such a special and honorable occasion, culmination of years of dedication and hard work, the actualization of goals attained and acknowledgments of successes achieved. So it is only fitting that tonight we commemorate the road that we have all traveled together these last few years. This is the bridge to your next steps. It has been a journey that started with tentative steps, perhaps, or one that has taken us to remarkable heights. We have encountered some trials and tribulations along the way, soldiered on and come out stronger because of them. We have experienced exceptional moments, magical moments, and created memories that will be fondly remembered and last a lifetime. In thinking about how you all will move forward, I ask that you do so with a kind heart, solid work ethic, and a positive outlook on life. These three simple yet important things will allow you to move forward, thrive, and succeed in this world. Having a kind heart is crucial as we are facing challenges in our local communities, in our state, in our country, and even our world. None of which we will be able to properly address, solve, or resolve without kindness that will allow the different views and perspective of others to come together and be the change. As I've mentioned, work ethic. Work ethic is important because unlike intelligence, athleticism, charisma, and any other natural attribute, it is a choice. And it is a choice you can make every day as you take on the world in whatever role that may be. Whether in the workforce, continuing your education, serving our country, parenting, volunteering, serving in local government or communities, or joining a charitable organization. You can make that choice to be committed and follow through to help make a difference, whether it is big or small, as long as it is self-fulfilling. The third thing that I've asked of you all as you move forward after today is to have a positive outlook. I know we live in a world where so much attention is paid to the negative things that are going on, much a product of our media and social media outlets, but remember that there are so many more positive things happening all the time around you. We are dependent on your generation to make a positive change in our community. We as a society will need highly skilled doctors, lawyers, nurses, educators, and business managers, as well as strong parents with morals and integrity. I'm in no way implying that everyone has to enter careers that require college. This country heavily relies on blue-collar employees. And with that being said, let me share a quick story. Last Saturday evening, I was attending a birthday celebration of an extended family member in Annapolis. Not here local, in Annapolis. So that's gonna make this a little interesting. There was a gentleman sitting across from me that looked a little familiar and appeared to be in his early 30s. I overheard him saying that he thought he knew me because I looked like a former teacher of his. So me being me, asked his name. When he told me his name, I nearly fell out of my seat. I will refer to this student as Mr. Johnson. Here's the caveat. I began my teaching career the week before winter break in December of 2005, and he was in one of my classes that year. I was following 2 long-term substitutes, and the classes were out of control. Here I was coming in with rules and routines, and I was met with a bit of resistance. He was a very challenging student, I must say, and he rode my last nerve on a daily basis. I don't think he ever missed a day of school voluntarily, if you know what I mean. He knew he was a handful because during the conversation he said, "Yeah, I was funny." And I think I had a brief flashback or something, and I replied, "You thought?" But I reminded you daily how funny you were not. He jokingly asked, "Are you still mad?" And I said, "Just a little, but tell me, what are you doing with yourself, and that will determine my level of mad." He informed me that he has been working with a building company for 5 years, building foundations, and is expecting his first daughter in 2 months. So I told him I was no longer mad at him and was proud of his accomplishments in being a positive and productive citizen, and wished him the best at fatherhood. He said he thought, being a teacher, I would be disappointed in him not going to college. I told him, "I just want all my students to be the best positive, productive citizen that you can be, and I want you to be happy." I understand college, although a great experience for many, is not for everyone, but find what makes you happy and ride it until the wheels fall off. You are the pilot on your plane called destiny and the author of the book of your life. I expect nothing less than for each of you to do great things. And those are my words of encouragement to you, the members of the first graduating class of 2024 for Wicomico County. I am confident that you will go on to do great things. We are all so proud of you and all that you have achieved and accomplished individually, but also collectively. And with that, I say to each and every one of you, thank you and congratulations. And I will leave you with the words of my favorite poet, Maya Angelou. Love life, engage in it, give it all you've got. Love it with a passion, because life truly does give back, many times over what you put into it. And that's my message to you tonight. Now at this time, it's my privilege to introduce the guest on stage this evening. We have our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Michael Stauffer. We have Dr. Bonnie Ennis, member of the Wicomico County Board of Education. We have Mr. David Plotz, also a member of the Wicomico County Board of Education. And we also have joining us our Director of Secondary Education, Mr. Don Brady. He's sitting in the audience to my right. And now at this time, please welcome to the podium Superintendent of Wicomico County Public Schools, Dr. Michael Stauffer.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Bratton. It is truly an honor to be here tonight. It's great to see everyone out in the audience. And tonight we are celebrating the graduation of Evening High School's winter class of 2024. So I want to take this opportunity to congratulate our students for all you've had to do to get to this point tonight. We're extremely proud of you and extend our sincere congratulations to each and every one of you. Also want to thank the parents, the grandparents, guardians, and families of the graduates. Appreciation also goes out to the endless number of volunteers, community members, friends, and supporters of not only our students, but Evening High School, and to the teachers and the staff who have given so much to our students. Thank you all so much. The outstanding support of all of you, each and every one of you in the audience, has been what has pushed our graduates forward to this culminating celebration tonight. So graduates, I know you are looking ahead and your mind is racing. It's impossible for it not to be, especially at a milestone event of this magnitude. And I'm sure as you look ahead, you have questions, there may be some uncertainty, and maybe even a little doubt. And on top of that, we live in a fast-paced world which at times can serve to only amplify uncertainty. A world where newspapers sensationalize headlines to make sales, a world where the news seems to have nothing positive to say at times, a world where many times we jump to conclusions instead of first asking questions. It's an immediate, information-saturated world where we text instead of talk many times. A world where technology has made some things easier and everything seemingly busier. And a world where so much negative at times can drown everything else out. So I would think it leaves anyone with questions, let alone a young adult that is moving into a new chapter of their life. However, I'm here tonight to remind you that we still live in a great world. We live in a world where we are proudly graduating 12 seniors from Evening High School, and we're saying to them that you are now ready to go forward and make a positive difference. A world that is full of opportunity, where if you work hard and do what's right, you can succeed. Don't be afraid to succeed. So 3 quick things that all of you can remember to help you reach your success. Confidence. Be confident in your life. Be confident in your abilities, your expectations, and your identity and who you are. Be confident in who you are and who your family and your teachers have encouraged and raised you to be. Be confident in asking questions. And please be confident in at times asking the help of others. Confidence creates trust, and it will help you communicate with others as you go along the way, and it will ultimately help you succeed. In addition, competence. Be competent in your life. Be competent by continuing to learn and further your education or your skill set as you go forward after tonight. Be competent by being honest, hardworking, and driven with a purpose. Competence means that you use your skills and your abilities and your knowledge to effectively be in the position that you're in. Competence will enable you to accept responsibilities and work to achieve the goals that you have for yourself. And lastly, be different. Don't get caught up in the negative aspects of this world. You can make a difference by being different. As you go forward from tonight, be different and swim against the current of peer pressure and negative influences that may at times surround you. Remember the ideals taught to you by your family and your teachers. Place value on family, place value on what you say you're going to do, place value on your attitude, and place value on your relationships. Being different and focusing on the positive and good in life will be the biggest difference maker in your life. Margaret Mead said, "Never believe that a few caring people can't change the world, for indeed that's all who ever have." So be confident, be competent, and be different. Rise above the rest, even when it seems difficult to do so. Seniors, I look to each of you as reasons to continue to celebrate why our world is so wonderful. I'm proud of each and every one of you, and I extend my sincere congratulations to all of you on this very special day. Congratulations and thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to introduce Mr. Devin Beck as our evening guest speaker. Devin Beck is a leader, builder, and connector who has successfully navigated leadership roles in education, community development, and the music business. In each sector, he created integral roles to meet growing organizational needs. After receiving his undergraduate degree from the University of Maryland Eastern Shore, Devin began working in the school system, mentoring and leading young students with those very lessons. Currently, he is the facilitator of diversity, equity, and inclusion for the Talbot County Board of Education. Devin guides leaders and organizations to remove barriers to inclusion. He also serves as a Maryland Blueprint Advisory Committee member. Devin Beck is the epitome of being a man of virtue and value, taking whatever chances he has to give back, all while continuing to push forward. As the co-founder of Play in Color, he continues to make strides to leave a positive impact on the community. Following the footsteps of those who came before him, he continues to be outspoken on issues impacting the Black community. His speeches will be a conduit to leading to change, especially on the Eastern Shore. He hopes to inspire the next generation who will speak on the same issues and will go even further. Again, it is my honor to bring to the podium Mr. Devin Beck.
Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and graduating class of 2024, it is with immense joy and a touch of nostalgia that I stand before you today to deliver this commencement address. This day marks a significant milestone in your lives, culmination of hard work, dedication, countless memories shared within the walls of these esteemed institutions. As we gather here tonight to celebrate Wicomico evening high school graduation, you find yourself on the cusp of a new chapter filled with limitless possibilities and a promise of a bright future. I want to first start by saying thank you to the students in the community of Wicomico County for making me feel as this is my second home. I started my career here. I found purpose here. A fun fact, I landed my first job in education at Y High. I was hired by Dr. Lorenzo Hughes, who took a chance on a scrawny young man with little experience and placed him as an instructional assistant in special ed. And I still rate that experience as one of the best jobs I've ever had. I didn't make that much money, but you can't put a price on experience. For this graduating class of 2024, tonight you are stepping into the next chapter of your lives. Some will go off to college, others the military. Some will jump directly into the workforce. Throughout this journey, you will face challenges and run into people who would attempt to knock you off of your path. I'll tell you a quick story. 27 years ago, seems like a long time, just saying it right now. 27 years ago, I sat in a geometry class and I failed every single test because I couldn't quite grasp what was going on in class. See, our teachers used to give us participation points for raising your hands and asking questions. So I knew if I raised my hand, I would get points for participating. On this particular day in 1997, I had on an orange polo sweater, my Levi 501 jeans with my beef and broccoli chuckers. I was fresh that day. I would raise my hand to answer a question that I had worked extremely hard on, and I thought I had it right. And my teacher would look at me and he would laugh and say, "No, you're just dumb." From that day forward, I would never raise my hand in another math class in high school. You see, my confidence was shot. I made it through high school and delivered the graduation speech because I was the class president. But I never spoke about that incident. I was just glad to get out of there. I was accepted in the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. I majored in English with a concentration in telecommunications to get as far away from math as possible. I would meet Miss Harmon. She was my professor for Math 109. And you see, this was a remedial class for students who needed the most help. I walked in there with little to no confidence, explained to her, "Look, all I need is a C. Just give me a C and I'll get out of here." She looked at me and she said, "I need you to come to my office hours every Tuesday and Thursday and I'll work with you." Slowly but surely, I started building my capacity and my confidence in this subject. I stopped running from math and I faced it head on. She told me sometimes it's not your learning, it's the way you've been taught. On August 22nd, 2013, I would teach my first geometry class. I had just lost my mother a month before, so she never physically got to see me slay this dragon. But understand, everything I am, I owe it to her. She never beat me down because of my low marks in math. She just demanded that I tried my absolute best. I stand here before you tonight as an employee of the Board of Education in Talbot County. You see, no matter what people say about you, your goals, your aspirations, or whatever, they cannot stop you if you're willing to work. You will never be defined by your failures. The true test is how many times will you get up after you've been knocked down? How many times can you bounce back after that setback? You will be tested in multiple ways during this journey. If you take nothing else away from what I'm telling you tonight, remember this. What will define you more than your bank account, what your job title is how you treat people when everything is going your way. You will also be defined how you treat people when every door shuts in your face and nothing is going your way. How will you respond? Whether you entered this graduation ceremony tonight with a perfect 4.0 or you barely made it in this seat tonight to graduate, I believe in you. Parents, grandparents, uncles, sisters, brothers in attendance tonight, continue to support these young people in their dreams and aspirations. Never be discouraged. Give them wisdom when needed, but understand we're dealing with a different world than what we were raised in. It can be tough, but trust that you provided them with the tools that they need to achieve. Everyone in the audience, I need y'all to do this with me, y'all kind of quiet, but it is a graduation. Everyone in the audience on the count of 3, not our graduates, but everyone in the audience on the count of 3, I want you to tell these young people that you believe in them. 1, 2, 3.
We believe in you.
Graduates, on the count of 3, I want you to tell everybody that just told you that you believe in you. 1, 2, 3. I believe in me. That's what you're supposed to say. Say, I believe in me. That's right. You see, this is important. It's always good to have folks supporting you and believing in you. That's the bonus. But if nothing else, you make sure you believe in yourself. Before I get out of here tonight, I want to leave you with this. Don't fear the unknown. Embrace it. A bad moment doesn't equal a bad life. Every day you open your eyes and you put your feet on the ground, that's another opportunity to reach your goals. Don't expect everyone to understand or see your vision. It's yours. If you believe it, then don't stop until you make it happen. I am grateful for each and every one of you. Congratulations and best wishes on the next part of your life. My name is Devin Batt. Thank you.
Dr. Stauffer, at this time, I'd like to present the diplomas. Dr. Stauffer, in recognition of the records and achievements of the students of this class and by the virtue of the authority vested in me as the principal of Wicomico Evening High School, I certify that these students have met the graduation requirements established by the Maryland State Board of Education and the Wicomico County Public School System. Accordingly, it is my pleasure to recommend and present to you the conferring of diplomas for winter graduating class 2024.
Thank you, Mrs. Bratton. In recognition of the records and achievements of the students of this class and by the virtue of the authority vested in me as superintendent of the Wicomico County Public School System, it is my absolute pleasure to certify and accept for the conferring of diplomas the graduates of Wicomico Evening High School winter class of 2024. Congratulations.
Students, please rise and enter the stage. Thank you, Dr. Stauffer. I'd like to ask Mr. Smith, Mr. Corbin, along with Dr. Ennis and Mr. Potts, come forward.
Students, as I call your name, please come forward to receive your diploma. Alexis Ann Daisy. Takaya Shania Allison. Kareed Estavern. Cadence Landon Hill. Zyriana Irene Johnson. Todd Dominic Katz. Roger Juan Labardio. Alexis Ryan Magardo. Micah Evan Alton. Braden Michael Steinacker. Faith Michelle Ward.
Graduates, please stand. Symbolizing a person's transition from student to graduate, I will now ask the class to please move your tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the winter class of 2024. Before we conclude, let me thank all of our guests, especially Mr. Devin Beck, our Evening High School faculty and staff, our faith-based partners, Faith Lutheran Church, and we ask that families and friends of the graduates to remain at their seats until the students have exited. Once exited, you're welcome to join them in the lobby areas outside of the auditorium. Thank you for coming and have a safe drive home.